Okay. Is there a way to send them a chat as a group? Ask them to put in their actual name instead of their
I tried that.
instead of their goofy handle.
Yeah, right.
Morning, Sally.
Say good morning.
Morning, sir. How you doing?
Just living a dream here in Wonderland.
No, it's been
okay. Wait, I gotta do this. All right, the first one, I don't even think that's the right name. We couldn't find a file. So I'll have to bring them in.
Okay, is Cynthia going to be available at all today?
I sent her the login. And I told her if we've got to reset, we've got to reset. Because I don't know if she's going to be able to share. Since she's logging in like that, I don't know how to make her where she can share.
Okay. Well, anybody that wants to talk to the prosecutor, we'll have to just reset them. But we can try to knock a few of them out. Isaiah Espino.
Okay, he's going to have 2 cases, a PDP and a minor possession of alcohol.
First appearance?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Can you see me, sir?
I cannot see you. I can hear you, Mr. Espino.
Let me see if I can. You know how to get my video on? I don't know how to.
Look down at the bottom left-hand corner and see if you don't have a.
It says stop video, like
yeah.
I've already.
Yeah, why don't you try putting, probably has a red line across it, so go ahead and hit that, and there you go.
My camera was just down. How you doing today, sir?
I'm okay. I'm having to do this from home just like you are, so.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Espino, raise your right hand for me, please. Solemnly swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you. Mr. Espino, you're charged with possession of drug paraphernalia and also minor possession of alcohol. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, sir.
And how old are you, sir?
I am 20. I just turned 20 on January 25th.
Just turned 21, so.
No, 20.
Oh, just turned 20. Okay. Okay. Mr. Espino, do you understand what you're charged with possession of drug paraphernalia and minor possession of alcohol?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, to each one of those cases, Mr. Espino, there are 3 pleas you can enter: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Do you understand what those 3 pleas mean?
Yes, sir.
Okay, to the possession of drug paraphernalia, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
I would say guilty. I did openly admit that I did have stuff on me.
Okay.
When he did ask me, I wasn't going to sit there and lie to him.
Okay, well, that's a good thing, because he probably would have found it anyway.
No, most definitely, most definitely.
And then on the minor possession of alcohol, how do you plead on that case?
Guilty as well. It was in the back seat of my car. I wasn't drinking though. Like he understood that I wasn't drinking or nothing.
Right. Well, there's a whole different offense called consumption of
most
alcohol
definitely.
by minor. So, okay. Well, on the possession of drug paraphernalia, I think the fine is $325, or if you want to be probated on the case and try to keep it off your record.
Most definitely. That's what I'm not going to lie to you. That's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to do anything to get that off my record.
Well, the fees for a deferred disposition are $350. And on the minor possession of alcohol, to try to keep that one off your record, I think the fees are $300. With the MIP, you're going to have to take an alcohol awareness class, and you're also going to have to do 8 hours of community service. For the drug paraphernalia case, you're going to have to do 6 hours of community service.
Mm-hmm.
If you complete your deferrals on each case, then the cases can be dismissed. Both of them will be 6-month deferrals.
Mhm.
So you're gonna owe a total of $650. Are you able to pay that today, sir?
Today I can, let's see. Let me check my bank account real quick.
Judge, remember, I'm the only one here.
I know.
I think I have like probably 100. They just took out my phone bill. But I work at HEB, so I get paid every week. So like making payments will never be a problem.
Well, the problem is, it is for us because all
I see.
these amounts need to be paid up front. But don't worry about it. Let me get my calendar real quick.
I did file my income tax. I know that's when that hits, that's gonna be a big help.
When that hits, maybe you can loan me some money.
Hey, everybody needs some help in the world,
That's
And
true.
nowadays, especially.
Especially, you're right. Have you
Judge,
been going into HEB during this snow?
No, I had to call in yesterday, or not yesterday, on Sunday, and then yesterday was my day off. They said they're gonna open the stores at 12. I'm gonna call in because I live like 15 minutes away, so it might not be safe for me to drive on the roads because I know that.
Well, it just depends on what kind of street you're driving on.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go on 35 towards Wayncrest, so I'm gonna have to be driving on the highway, and I don't know what it looks that way.
Okay, so what we're going to do, Mr. Espino, is I'm going to reset both cases to our second date in March, which is going to be March the
16th.
March the 16th. Do you think you can have the 650 by then?
I'm pretty sure I can. Yes, most definitely. If you're gonna do me that favor, I'm gonna make sure that I have that money for you.
Judge,
Yes.
there's also an active warrant.
For another case?
Yes, sir.
What's that for?
Failed to report change of address.
Okay. Have you gotten that fixed?
Yes, sir, I did. Yes, sir, I did. I would have to go get the paperwork from my car.
Well, no, we don't need it right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, did it go to Omni, Vicky?
Yes, sir. And it also went to the collection agency.
Okay, so what's the original fine on that?
Well, if it was corrected before the initial court date, it would have been the $20 dismissal?
Right. Tell you what, Vicky, on that warrant, and Mr. Espino, you do need to take care of that this week somehow. You can call in your payment, but I'm just going to charge you $110 on that one.
Yes,
But
sir. I appreciate that.
You're going to need to email us a copy of your new driver's license.
Yes, sir. So I just email the email that's on here.
Yes, sir. Email a copy of your license to that address. And then you can pay the $110, you think, this week?
Yes, sir. Next week when I get paid on Wednesday. So what's today?
Today is
It's Tuesday. So it's gonna get paid tomorrow when I get paid. My check usually hits my account like around 12:30.
okay. Okay. I'm going to have you pay that $110 by Friday.
By Friday, okay.
Which is usually have a big calendar here in front of me, so I'm kind of flying blind. By the 19th.
Yes, sir.
Vicky, go ahead and lift that warrant. But Mr. Espino, if it's not paid by Friday, warrant's coming back and there's gonna be a whole lot more fees owed.
No, definitely not. I'm definitely trying to get past all this. I understand that the irresponsibility of not taking care of it the first time, and it's irresponsible, and I know better.
Well, all right, do you have any questions?
No, sir, I don't.
Once you email us your your new driver's license, we'll have your email address and we can send you an email.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Vicky, do you need anything else from Mr. Espino?
No, sir.
You said the same day.
Sir?
You said the same day, March 16th?
No, we need the email.
No, I was saying about for the next court date.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Your payments need to be made before the 16th and then we can
continue.
we can get everything solidified.
I got you, sir. I got you. So you said, okay.
If that hat sitting on the back of on your bed back there was an Astros hat, we'd have more problems, but
Hey, I got you.
no, you got a Texas Ranger hat there. Oh, no. Well,
I'm an Astros fan, but I like it for fashion. I buy hats for fashion.
well, never mind. Everything's off. It's now $2,000.
Oh no.
Just kidding, Mr. Espino.
Hey, maybe I have a Braves. I have a Pittsburgh. Maybe I do got your team, the Colorado Rockies.
That's quite all right, Mr. Espino. All right, well, you stay safe,
You too, sir. Both y'all be safe in this weather.
and we'll mail you or email you some information with the reset, the new Zoom, and the amounts due.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed one.
Okay, you do the same, Mr. Espino. Be safe,
Yes, sir.
stay
You
warm.
too, sir.
Hello, who's on the phone, please? Phone number ending 685. Who's on the phone, please? Phone number ending in 685.
Yes, I think that's me, Daniel Greeter.
Daniel, how do you spell your last name, Daniel?
It's spelled like Grider. It's Grieder.
Daniel?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Grider. We need to pull your file. I'm having to do this from home and I've only got one court clerk in the office. So I don't have your file here, but she's going to tell me about it real quick.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
It's a PDP. The second one with us, he had a court date in December that is now an active warrant for the same charge.
Okay, Mr. Grider, are they both, is the second one an arrest warrant? Okay.
Well,
Yes, sir.
I don't know.
Okay, Mr. Grider, hold on just a minute.
Sure.
Okay, Mr. Grider, are you going to tell me the truth to the questions I ask you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Grider, you heard our court administrator talk about a possession of drug paraphernalia case which occurred sometime in the past. There's an arrest warrant issued in that case. Do you know what you're charged with in that case? Do you understand what you're charged with in that case?
Yes.
Okay, to that offense, and just the same question is going to apply to the second one, is each of these cases, there are 3 pleas you can enter: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Do you understand those 3 pleas?
Yes.
So on the first case where the warrant has been issued, how do you plead on that case? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
I'm I probably would be pleading no contest.
And on the second case, which is more recent, how do you plead on that case, sir?
No contest.
Why do you get one PDP, ignore it, and then you turn around and get another one, Mr. Ryder?
Yeah,
Make any
that's a good
sense to me.
question. Basically, like I've been in a tough situation the last 6 months, a couple months. I was homeless, and living out of my vehicle, basically, in Live Oak, primarily in Live Oak near my girlfriend's house. And it just kind of, I guess, by the circumstances of being, living out of my vehicle and just, as it was, basically, I was just in a real compromised position a lot of the time. I give a lot of people rides and stuff like that. I mean, so I guess my point is that my vehicle constantly has a lot of stuff in it. And I just was in these situations where, I got pulled over, and there was something there that I guess, was, paraphernalia. So yeah, so I'm sorry that I didn't make it around to coming to court, initially the first time and doing it in the right order. It's just basically once I became homeless and was, in that situation, it's just things kind of went out the window. It was very difficult for me to, maintain any kind of, appointments or just, even know when stuff was happening I was supposed to be doing. It's been a real kind of confusing situation.
Vicky,
Which now, I'm
Vicky,
sorry.
what are the fine amounts on the warrant case? Is it three?
It is at 345.
Guess
It hasn't gone to collections yet, so that's why it's not high.
345. Okay. Okay, well, Ms. Grider, here's what I'm going to do on the first case, because you added so many fees. Fine and court costs on that case is 345, and on the second one it's going to be 281.
Mhm.
Are you still homeless?
No, I'm not.
Well, that's a good thing. What are you doing now?
Yeah. Well, I got my old job back. I'm at a store at the Forum where I work, and I was able to rent a room in a home, Universal City, and so things have turned around. I'm in a much better situation now as far as being able to, kind of finally get my head straight and get stuff taken care of. So hopefully, hopefully things continue to improve. And I'm, so I'm in a much better situation now as far as being able to take care of some of this stuff and hopefully not,
Okay. Okay,
being-
Mr. Grider, do you have a computer that you can send emails through?
I can have access to one. I don't have one super convenient. Like I don't own one or have one, at my immediate disposal. But yeah, in general, I should be able to get to one. Yeah, it shouldn't be too much of trouble. Okay.
Well, what you need to do is you need to email us your address where you
Okay.
get mail.
Mm-hmm.
We'll put it in your file, and then we're going to send you a letter that tells you what you owe. It's going to be 626. Now, the most time I can give you is 30 days to pay. I know under your circumstances, you're not going to be able to do that, but you need to pay at least $100 within that 30 days. And then the
Yeah.
ladies can set you up on a payment plan, something you
Okay,
can
okay.
afford on a weekly or monthly basis.
All right.
So, I don't want it to be too much of a burden on you, although, you're the one that got yourself in this mess, but I don't want to compound the problem.
Thank you.
So you're going to email us your address, and then we will then we will mail you the amount due, which is 6/26 and 30-day to pay. And the worst thing you can do, Mr. Greider, is ignore this going forward. Because if you ignore it,
Right.
you're just gonna add more fees to it. So even if
Okay,
you,
okay.
even if you can't make a payment, contact the clerk's office, talk to them, we'll work with you. And
Okay.
to get this handled and get this off your back.
Thank you.
All right, do you have any
Yeah.
questions?
Yeah, no, I really appreciate that. I'll definitely do that. So, just quickly then, once everything's paid off, that's resolved, I'm done.
You're done.
Okay. And then, one other question, which is right now, like as of right this moment, if I was to get pulled over in Live Oak, am I getting arrested?
No, sir, I'm going to, well, I mean, theoretically you should. No, you shouldn't. No, you shouldn't, because now it's a conviction. So, and fines are assessed. So if you get pulled over in Live Oak, you should not be arrested on these cases.
Okay.
But if you ignore them again, then it's going to go back into warrants. They both will. And then, yes, you can be arrested.
Okay. That's yeah, I don't plan for that to happen, so that's good. No, that was one of my fears right now before this morning was, if I get pulled over there or for any reason, am I going to end up in Bear County or something? But, and then one last question, and I'm fine with just paying the fines, if that's the way it is, but is there like an equivalent or an option to just doing community service rather than the fine?
Not at this stage. Mr. Greider, you need to at least I'm not a big believer in community service.
Okay, sure.
You're working, if you get to the point where you just cannot afford to make the payments, and I'll have to evaluate your financial situation at that time, then we can
Okay,
talk,
okay.
but I want you to make an effort. I mean, you ignored us one time, turn around and get the
Yeah.
same offense. So this is something you need to take care of.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay, I understand perfectly. Yeah, and I think that makes sense too. Yeah, 'cause I'm working. So, okay, perfect. Well, I really appreciate that. I will email the court. I imagine that email address is on the same letter I got this call-in
Yes.
information from.
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right down there, right above, I think right above it's in the indented part of the letter.
Okay. I'll email that here, shortly within the hour. And I'm probably going to use, for the time being, at least my home address as actually my parents' address rather than the place I'm living, if that's all the same.
So long as you get mail there.
Okay. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Okay. Well, perfect. I will do that. Thank you very much. And I hopefully won't be, I'm sure I won't be causing you guys any more trouble.
Well, good luck to you. Hope things keep turning around for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Okay, you can leave the meeting now. Everybody wants to talk. Marie, can you hear me? Marie or Mary, can you hear me? Marie. I don't think she's there, Vicky.
Okay, I'll move somebody else in.
How many do we have waiting?
4.
No, that's not bad. Good. Okay.
I'll put her back into the waiting room and try again at the end.
Okay. Good morning, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you.
Damian Zacharias, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Hey, how old are you, Mr. Zacharias?
I'm 18 right now.
Okay, Vicky, I'm doing this from home as you are.
Yes,
So
sir.
my court clerk's having to tell me why we're here. What does Mr. Zacharias have, Vicky?
There is an expired operator's license, minor in possession of tobacco, and possession of drug paraphernalia.
Okay, Mr. Zacharias, raise your right hand, please. Solemnly swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can put your hand down. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Zacharias, you're charged with expired operator's license, possession of tobacco products, being a minor in possession of tobacco products, and also possession of drug paraphernalia. Do you understand what you're charged with in each case?
Yes, sir.
Okay, to each case, Mr. Zacharias, there are 3 pleas you can enter: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Do you understand what those 3 pleas mean?
I do not understand what no contest means, sir.
Okay, no contest. Well, let me run through them all. That way, it probably makes it better to understand. Guilty means you're telling me you did these things. Not guilty says, nope, I didn't do them, and I want the state to prove the case against me if they're able to do so. No contest means, well, Judge, I'm not going to tell you that I did it, but I'm not going to tell you that I didn't do it. You got that?
Yes, sir.
So to the expired operator's license, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
I plead guilty. I was operating my vehicle with an expired license.
Okay, how long had it been expired? And when did you get that citation, Vicky?
1/8/21.
1/8/21.
Yeah, January 8th of 2021.
When did the governor's mandate go into effect?
Was that last end of March, early April of 2020?
Yeah. And I don't think it's been lifted yet.
It's supposed to be lifted the end of March.
Is it
This
March?
March. Uh-huh.
Ms. Zacharias, have you been able to get your driver's license renewed?
No, sir. I've been trying to contact the driving school that I went to, but due to COVID, I haven't been able to go and get the paperwork, and it's been hard to make appointments to take the actual in-car test.
Okay, so do you have a driver's license? Or have you had a driver's license?
No, sir, just the one that I was found with.
Which was what, a permit? What were you driving on?
Learner's permit.
Okay. And what school were you trying to reach? Get in contact with? Sir?
Judson Driving School.
That's where you were doing your driver's ed?
Yes, sir, and I had already completed it and I passed the paper test.
Okay. Well, I think I've got to dismiss that case under Governor Abbott's mandate, because you really should not have been cited for that offense. But you need to take care of that as soon as you can, because the governor's mandate is going to lift at the end of March. That means you can get citations for it.
Yes, sir, and I only drive when it's absolutely necessary. Like my father, he's a truck driver for FedEx and he leaves the house at 2 a.m. My mother is out of work and it would be a lot for her to drive me to school since we live approximately an hour away from Judson High School. And there's no one else that can drive, so I have no choice but to drive.
Well, understand, if you caught driving after March 30th and March 31st, then you're going to get tickets and the governor's not going to be able to save you.
Yes, sir. Understand.
On the minor in possession of tobacco products, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
I plead guilty. I did have tobacco products on me at the moment.
And on the drug paraphernalia case, how do you plead?
No contest.
Is this your first drug-related offense?
Yes, sir.
Well, on the tobacco case, Vicky, what's the court cost on this? 81?
That one open up.
Court cost on
Yes,
the
sir. It's 81.
Yeah. Okay, here's the deal, Ms. Zacharias. On the tobacco case, you can either pay me $181 and have it go as a conviction on your record, or you can pay me $81, take a tobacco awareness class, and get the case dismissed.
Okay, and how would I do the payment?
You can do it online. Do you have the 81 today?
Yeah, I'm not sure because over this time period, I was working with a family friend to gain money, but he only paid me in cash. And both my grandmas and my father needed money. My father needed money to help pay the mortgage for our new house. And both my grandmas to get their medicine and go to Mexico for their medicine and all that. So I'm not 100% sure if I have the money at this moment, but I am going to have it soon.
Okay. Well, on the, so you want to pay the $81 and do the tobacco awareness class?
Yes, sir, I'll do that.
You can do the tobacco awareness class online. Then on the possession of drug paraphernalia, since it's your first offense, Mr. Zacharias, I can consider probating you on the case, try to keep it off of your record, but the fees on that case are $350. So what I'm going to do, and both of those amounts need to be paid up front, the $350 and the 81. I'm going to guess that you, if you're wondering if you have the 81, I'm pretty sure you don't have the 350. So the total is going to be $431. There's going to be a 6-month deferral, but the deferral on the PDP is not going to start until you pay your fees. So do you think you can get those paid in 30 days, or you need a little more time?
I'm not sure. My mother and father are not home at the moment.
Well, why would they have to, why should they pay for any of this?
Well, they're not paying. I'm paying for this in full by myself, but they're not home and I need to talk to them to see if they could get me to go pay them, or if they could pay them in card and I just give them my money within the 30 days.
Vicky, what's our first date in April?
April 6th.
Okay. So, Mr. Zacharias, I'm going to give you until April the 6th to pay the $431. Once you pay that, you'll be on deferral for a period of 6 months on the drug paraphernalia case, and you'll end up having to do 6 hours of community service within 60 days on that case. Now, I know there's a lot of information. We'll send you some paperwork on it, but we do need for you to send us an email with your email address so that we can send you the information. And then in the tobacco awareness class, that's a 90-day period. You've got to turn that certificate in within 90 days. If you don't turn it in, then you're going to have a hard time getting your driver's license.
Yes, sir.
So do you have our email address? You should have it on the piece of paper that you looked at to log in. Down in the middle of the page, 2/3 of the way down.
Yes, sir. I have it right here.
Okay, well, you need to send us an email so that we have your email address, unless we already have it. And then we will set another Zoom hearing for April the 6th. So your payment needs to be made on or before that date. Okay?
Okay. And are you gonna send the paperwork to the same address as before?
We're going to send it to you, to that email address, or to the email address that you send us.
Okay.
We can send it to the same address that we mailed it to before. But if that's your email address that you're sending to us, that's probably a more direct and better way to get it to you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, if you have any questions, Mr. Zacharias, you need to call us.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
if you ignore this or say, well, this is going to go away, that ain't going to happen. So if you have questions, ask. If you don't ask and you ignore us, then all the deals for probations are off, and you're going to owe another probably $160 to $200 more. So you save yourself a lot of time and aggravation if you go ahead and get these taken care of.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead and email us your address as soon as we get off, and we'll put it in your file.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Ms. Steenbeck, do you need anything else from Mr. Zacharias?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Zacharias. You can leave the meeting.
Thank you.
Vicky?
Yes, sir.
Now,
Sorry.
what is our normal deferred fee on PDP? 360 or 340?
340.
Okay. Oh, well.
Hello,
Hello, who am I speaking with, please?
Janae Shepherd.
Janae Shepherd. Ms. Shepherd, hold on a second. We have to pull your file.
Okay.
How do you spell your first name, Ms. Shepherd?
Janaye.
Ms. Shepherd, I'm working from home also, so our court administrator's having to give me the information on your file. So if you hear a strange voice come on, it's going to be her telling me why we're here.
Okay.
I'm not finding her, sir.
Ms. Shepherd, do you have a hyphenated name or something like
Mm.
that?
No.
And Shepherd is SH.
SHEPHERD.
H-E-R-D. Well, that shouldn't make any difference.
I'm not bringing up anybody with that name.
I've gotten like 3 different dates. I've gotten February 9th, February 16th, and then I missed the February 9th, so then I have to come back in person on March 4th. So I didn't know which one to follow, but since I got this court date first, this is the one I went to,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Vicky, could this be a pretrial?
I have
No, her
No
name's not
idea.
coming up at all in the court system. I only have one Shepherd.
She got 3 notices.
Yeah.
On the other letters, she got none of the dates she mentioned are ours, except for today's date.
And Ms. Shepherd, well, you obviously would not have dialed into this Zoom meeting.
On the notice, there should be a citation number on the remote hearing.
Oh. Let me.
Should start with an E or a B, I think.
An E or a B?
It would be an E.
Where's the first?
Oh, on my ticket?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so it's E. Oh my gosh, a bunch of zeros. 1, 2, 3,
That's not ours.
8 zeros.
That's not
9-5.
one of ours.
Hmm.
Are you sure it's from us? And it's maybe not Live Oak County?
It says Bear County, but I got it from
That's
here.
why. That's not ours. That's Fair County's case.
Then why would I get? Yeah, go to liveoaktexas.net. Blah blah blah. Huh. Yeah.
We do have a case for an Adam Shepherd.
Not me. So what do I do?
Ms. Shepherd, why don't you email that to us and let us look into it?
Email
March
you
4th,
what?
ma'am.
Yes.
March 4th is also not one of our dates, I don't think.
No, sir, we have March 2nd and March 16th.
Right. So, yeah,
Okay.
somebody got their wires crossed, Ms. Shepherd. I don't know whether it's us or another city or Bear County.
Mhm.
One more. Do you know what you were cited for?
Yeah, speeding.
Really?
Mhm. And it's my first ticket, so.
Yeah, she had the citation and it was us. She should have that citation number, but like I said, that number she gave us is Bear County's, not ours.
Well,
Yeah,
sounds
it says Bear County Constable Precinct 3.
there you go. Okay. So I'm not sure how you got our Zoom information, but Constable Precinct 3 is over on Tesoro Drive in San Antonio, off of 410. So what you might want to do, Ms. Shepherd, is I don't know that they're going to be there today, but you might
I mean, we can't, yeah.
Obviously you can't drive over there, but you might want to try to call them and see if anybody's there.
Okay.
And, but in the meantime, why don't you email us a copy of that notice that you got? Because you should not have gotten a notice from the city of Live Oak if you didn't have a Live Oak citation. And we need to look into that both for us and for you.
It maybe they did because it was like maybe it was on the cusp of Live Oak and Bear. Maybe, who knows?
I don't know. But go ahead and email that to us. Put a good phone number on there where we can reach you, and we'll try to help you figure it out.
Okay. Thank
And
you.
there should be let's make sure you've got an email address for us.
There's an email on here. This one is municipal_court@liveoaktexas.net.
That's us.
Okay.
So why don't you send us a copy of what you got, and we'll try to help you figure it out.
Okay.
All right. So
Okay. Thank you.
at least as far as we're concerned, we don't have anything for you on the 4th. But if that's a JP case, a justice of the peace case, issued by a constable, then that may be why it's gotten mixed up. And for some reason, they may have filed it in Live Oak. I don't know. But
Okay.
because it says constable, that means it's a JP case out of one of the
I'm
JP
wondering if
courts.
somehow she got a letter that was supposed to go to somebody else, maybe the same address. I don't know.
Well, go ahead and email that to us,
Okay.
Shepherd, and we'll try to help you figure it out. Be sure and put your phone number on there so that we can
Okay.
reach back out to you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, well, good luck to you, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm done. So this is done. I just email you a copy of it.
Well, you can email us a copy. I mean, as far as we're concerned, you're done, but I'm not
Yeah.
sure what happened. We don't get, we don't get cases from the constable's office because those are in the county as opposed to the city of Live Oak. So
Okay.
that's the reason I say, let us look into it. There's a warrant officer sitting right there by our court administrator, and I'm sure he can look into it and try to find out exactly what the heck's going on. And if you need to
Okay.
make other appearances somewhere else, we'll try to help you find out where and when.
Okay.
All right. Officer Salazar, can you get on that whenever you have time?
He'll do it, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Shepherd. Sorry for the confusion.
Okay. Thank you. That's okay.
Good luck
Thank
to
you.
That's kind of weird. Hello, who's on the phone? 001, there's somebody.
Hello,
Hello, can you give me your name, please?
it's Joanne Marroquin.
Joanne Marroquin.
Yes.
Hey, Ms. Marroquin, I'm working from home, and the court administrator has to tell me all about why we're here. So if you'll just hold on a second, we can.
Okay.
She can tell me what we need to take care of for you.
All right, it's a
Okay.
speeding, 40 in a 20.
School zone?
No, sir.
Okay, Ms. Marroquin, you're charged with speeding 40 miles an hour in a 20-mile zone. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes.
And I'm going to ask you some more questions. Are you going to tell me the truth to the questions I ask you?
Yes.
Okay. You understand what the charge is?
Yes.
To that offense, there are 3 pleas you can enter: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Do you understand what those 3 pleas mean?
Yes.
Okay, so to the offense of speeding 40 miles an hour in a 20-mile zone, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Okay. Vicky, what's the fine amount?
$234.
Ms. Marroquin, give you a choice here. You can either just pay the fine of $234, it'll go on your record, but you'll be done with it. Or if you wish to take a defensive driving class and try to keep it off of your record, you can do that. The court costs on that are $144. So you pay less and you have the chance to get the case dismissed. You also have to pay for the class, which is $25 to $30, and you have to obtain a copy of your driving history, which costs you $12. So, do you want to?
Okay, I'll do that, but how will I get a hold of my driving history?
We'll tell you how to do that. So
Okay.
you want to do the defensive driving class?
Yes.
Have you taken one the last year?
No.
Okay. What you're going to need to do is you need to email us a copy of your driver's license and proof of insurance.
Okay.
And on that piece of paper that you have there in front of you, there's a email address, municipal_court. Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to email us a copy of your driver's license and proof of insurance. And then you also need to make a payment of $144. You can do that online. Well, don't do it online. You need to make it through the court. Because if you do it, if you just go straight to the city website online, it will go in as a conviction. So, and then once you make your payment, you'll have 90 days from that date to take and complete the class and turn in your paperwork. You can do the defensive driving class online. Most people do. You can also obtain your driving history online. And we give you both websites so that you can do the driving class and obtain your driving history. So you can do everything from the comfort of your living room while you're laid up in the snow.
There is one question I do have. Since last week, my job was closed because there was 3 people who tested positive for COVID. Then I was quarantined for about like 3-4 days. And then since this week we didn't open up, I don't know when I will be able to pay the money and do the classes.
Okay, well, I'm going to reset you 30 days to pay the 144.
Mm-hmm.
But go ahead and send us your driver's license and insurance. That way we'll also have your email address, and we'll give you 30 days to get the 144 paid.
Okay. All right.
So 30 days to pay the 144, to email. Are you able to email your driver's license and insurance to us today?
Yeah, I can do that today. But my phone is like I can only make calls right now. Nothing really much.
Okay.
Since the power is like not working.
Okay. So when do you think you'll be able to get those emailed to us?
Probably I'll try to send it now, but I don't know if it'll go through.
Okay. Well, let's just say by Friday. You think you can do it by Friday?
Yeah, I can do it by Friday.
Okay. And where are you working?
I'm working at Jimmy John's right now.
Love their sandwiches. So y'all are shut down?
Yeah, right now they're shut down.
The one
I don't know when they're gonna open up.
over on Pat Booker?
Yeah, I'm Pat Booker.
Oh, you're killing me. Y'all got to open back up.
Yeah.
I come there all the time. All right. So email us those things by Friday, and then once we get your email, then we can send you an email that says you got 30 days from today to pay the 144.
Okay. All right then.
Do you have any questions?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, good luck to you. Don't
Okay,
do
thank you so
anything.
much.
Don't do anything bad to my sandwich when I come in.
Okay, well, thank you.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You do the same, ma'am. Thank you. Interesting day. Mr. Haller, wake up. Mr. Haller. I wonder if I knock on the computer, that'll wake him up.
Looks like he's taking a nap.
I know. So I say, wake up, Mr. Haller. Sally, do you have a whistle?
He doesn't.
No,
Ah,
not with me.
I got my old coaching whistle. I guess I could go get and blow. Mr. Haller, hey.
I don't think his audio's connected.
Oh.
But he still should be able to hear us, shouldn't he?
I don't think so because his audio's not connected.
Okay, well, we'll come back to Sleeping Beauty. Hello, Ms. Helper, can you hear me? Ms. Helper, or Hepler, I'm sorry. Ms. Hepler. Okay, Ms. Hepler, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Yes.
Now you can hear me, okay. Good morning, Ms. Hepler.
Good morning.
Okay, Ms. Hepler, I'm having to work remotely as you are. So I'm having to get the information about your cases or case from our court clerk, court administrator. So Vicki, can you tell me about Ms. Hepler?
Yes, sir. It is a PR bond hearing. It's for no insurance. I do have a copy of insurance that became effective November 23rd of 2020 to November 23rd of 2021. It did not go into collections, so we are looking at $345.
Okay. Okay, Ms. Hepler, raise your right hand, please. Solemnly swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
Okay, Ms. Hepler, you're charged with no insurance, and do you understand what you're charged with?
I do understand. Yes.
Okay. To that offense, Ms. Hepler, there are 3 pleas you can enter: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Do you understand what those 3 pleas mean?
I believe so. Yes, sir.
And to the offense of not having any insurance when you were stopped, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
When was the citation issued, Vicki?
$9/20 of 2020.
Okay. Ms. Hepler, have you made your insurance premium payments on the policy that you delivered to the court?
So the current one that I do have now?
Yes, ma'am. Have you made all your, are your
Mhm.
payments current on that policy that we have?
Yes, sir.
Uh, Since that is the case, I can consider probating you on the case, try to keep it off of your record. When you, the fees are going to be $375 though for a deferral. What that means is you have to maintain the insurance for a period of 6 months
Okay.
without any lapses.
Yes,
So
sir.
starting, whenever you can make your payment, you're still going to have to maintain the insurance. That's the only requirement. If you get a speeding ticket, if you get a ticket for no registration, if you get a ticket for red light, it's not going to affect this. The only thing I'm concerned about is that you maintain the insurance for a full 6 months.
Yes, sir.
You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Are you able to pay the $375 today, or do you need some time?
I do need some time.
Okay. When do you think you can pay that? Because we don't do payments on a deferral. So you tell me how long you think you need within reason.
So I definitely am on a really tight income, but I believe I would be able to make it within a month and a half.
Okay, I'm going to give you an extended period of time. So this is going to be the only reset, okay? In other words, there won't be any other extensions, but I'll give you till April the 6th.
Yes, sir.
And you have to maintain the insurance from now through April the 6th, and then from April the 6th all the way through, what is that? It'd be October, which would be included in your present policy. but you cannot have any lapses whatsoever for 7.5 months, since I'm giving you a month and a half right now.
Okay, yes, sir.
Okay.
I do have a question. So I may not stay with this vehicle.
Okay.
I believe I am going to trade in this vehicle for a new vehicle. Would it affect it if I change, I guess, the car insurance to the new car that I will get?
Soon as you get your new car, or even before you close on it, you need to have insurance in effect.
Yes.
Whether it's with the same company
Okay.
or a different company. Make sure, though, Ms. Hepler, that you get liability insurance and not what we call single interest insurance, because a dealer may try to sell you insurance just to make sure that their vehicle is covered in case there's an accident. Especially some of these smaller dealers will do that. So make sure you have liability insurance from Geico or Progressive or Allstate or some other, reputable company. Make sure it's liability insurance.
Yes.
Vicki, is the policy that she delivered to us, is it liability?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just make sure you get that same type of coverage, Ms. Hepler.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
The only thing we want to make sure of is that you are fully insured.
Yes, sir.
And what you need to do, Ms. Hepler, is you need to send us an email with your email address, unless we already have it. And then we can email you the date that the payment is due, together with the amount due. And we will also have your email address in our file. Okay.
Okay, yes, sir.
And oh, excuse me. Okay, Ms. Hepler, do you have any questions?
I do not. No, sir.
Okay. Ms. Court Administrator, do you have any questions of Ms. Hepler or need any other information from her?
No, sir.
Okay, Ms. Hepler, thank you for calling in. You can leave the meeting.
Thank you, sir.
Hello, Ms. Cantu, can you hear me? Okay, I can't hear you. You're muted. Lower left-hand corner.
Okay. Hello.
There you go. Good morning, Ms. Cantu.
Good morning.
Okay, Ms. Cantu, I'm having to work from home, as I see you are, or at least you're at home. So our court administrator has to give me your case information. So she's looking that up right now. If you'll just give us a second.
Okay, she has 2 charges, no insurance, and an expired registration that expired 7/2012.
When 2012?
Yes, sir.
When was the citation issued?
1/13/2021.
Okay, Ms. Cantu, raise your right hand for me, please. The other right. Solemnly swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, help you God.
I do.
Okay, thank you. You can put your hand down. Okay, Ms. Cantu, on the registration case, even though it's expired 9 years, I have to dismiss that case under Governor Abbott's orders, or actually the Supreme Court's orders. But you really need to get that taken care of, because after March 1st, after March 30th, if an officer sees that it's not current, they can give you a citation that will not be dismissed.
My father recently gave me the car about a month ago, and he had had it like sitting in the driveway since 2011. So I've trying to get everything together to like fix that slowly but surely.
Well, on the registration, you can, that's not something hard to get done. You can just get it inspected, take it to the local inspection station, get it inspected. And then if you have the title of the vehicle, take it in the tax office and they can get it registered for you in no time. So just, I would look to take care of that before March 30th, okay?
Gotcha.
Then on the no insurance case, Ms. Cantu, do you understand what you're charged with on that case?
Of driving without insurance?
Yes, ma'am. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And to that offense, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
I am guilty.
Okay. Do you have insurance now?
I was looking at a plan and I'm getting it with one other person. And when they get the money together, although I might just pay their portion to get it sooner, I want to have it by next week at least.
Okay. Well, let's see. But you got this ticket back on January the 13th.
I did.
And so you've been driving around for at least the last 3 weeks without insurance?
I've been having my boyfriend drive me everywhere.
So is your boyfriend the other party who's supposed to come up with money on this?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, well, the fine and court costs on the no insurance case. I'm trying to remember. Vicky, is it $335?
I thought it was $350.
For just a straight fine?
Straight fine is $335.
Right, that's what I thought. Okay, so Ms. Cantu, the fine and court cost is $335. Are you able to pay that today?
Is there any way if I get insurance like very soon, like how soon would I have to get it to not have to pay the $335?
Well, even if you get insurance, you're still going to have to pay a deferral fee, which is $350. So you're still going to end up paying. It's just a question of whether it goes as a conviction on your record or not.
And what I don't want a conviction on my record, right?
That's up to you. I mean, I can't say yes or no. Most people don't want convictions, though.
So if I don't want the conviction, then would I want to pay the deferral one?
The $350, yes.
Okay. I guess I will pay that one.
Ma'am?
I will pay the deferral fee.
Okay, but you have to have insurance to be placed on deferred. Because you have to maintain the insurance then for 6 months. Tell you what I'll do. I'll give you 2 weeks to get the insurance. And then you'll need to pay it needs to be a liability insurance policy. So you need to get your boyfriend hopping on it.
I'll probably pay his portion so he can get it sooner. Okay.
Sorry, ma'am. I got noise in the background.
I'll pay his portion so we can get it sooner because I don't know when he'll have that. So I'll get it probably I'll get it within your time frame.
Okay, so whenever you get insurance, okay, I'm going to reset your case then to March 2nd. And before that date, you need to email us your proof of insurance, okay?
All right.
And then you'll need to be prepared to pay the the $350 on March 2nd.
Okay.
Okay, and Ms. Cantu, do we already have your email address or?
Yes, I sent you an email with my driver's license and the signed paper that was mailed to me, so you should have it.
Okay,
Yes, sir, we have it in the file.
okay. So we will email you the information that we need the insurance before March 2nd, and then you need to be prepared to pay the $350 on March 2nd.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you have any questions, Ms. Cantu?
So I get insurance within 2 weeks' time, then I email the insurance information to you, and then I pay the $350 online on your website. And I think that's about it.
Yeah, if you get everything paid, then you don't have to have another Zoom hearing with us on March 2nd.
Okay. Also, I would be allowed to pay it before March 2nd then?
I would recommend that you do if you any way you can.
Okay. I think that is, I don't have any questions.
Okay, and then what you'll need to do, like I said, you're gonna have to maintain the insurance for a full 6 months with no lapses. And so at the end of the 6 months, we'll send you some paperwork, but you'll need to send us proof that you've maintained the insurance for that full 6 months. And we will call on it. I'll just tell you up front, we'll call your agent and make sure there haven't been any lapses. So don't send us a policy that you know there have been lapses on, because our ladies will catch it, and then we've got more issues.
Okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right, Ms. Cantu, thank you for logging in, and we will send you information by Zoom.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You have a good day. Stay safe. Stay warm.
Will do. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye. Who's on the line of ending in 410, please?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Yeah. Who am I speaking with, please?
Angie Vasquez?
Angie Vasquez?
Yes.
Ms. Vasquez, I'm the judge, and we're working remotely, as is everybody these days. And our court administrator is looking up your cases, so I'll know what we're dealing with.
Okay.
Okay, sir. This is a show cause hearing. Looks like we did not receive the community service hours for her deferred.
Okay. How many hours was she supposed to do?
6.
Okay, Ms. Vasquez, did you hear that?
Yes.
And this was, Okay, Ms. Vasquez, I'm going to ask you some questions. Are you going to tell me the truth?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to presume that you had to do 6 hours for a possession of drug paraphernalia case as a condition of your deferral. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, why haven't you done, when were the community service hours due?
January 19th.
Have you done them now?
I've only done 3 hours of them, but I didn't get signatures. The reason why is because I work 2 jobs. I only get 1 day off, and also I got exposed to COVID 3 times.
Okay, so are you exposed now?
No, sir.
So what day do you have off?
Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want you to go to the San Antonio Food Bank, put in 6 hours, and have that to us by next Thursday.
Okay. I can
Okay.
do that, sir. Thank
They need a lot of help down there, and they're taking a lot of people for community service workers.
Okay. Is there only one food bank in San Antonio?
Yes, ma'am. Are you in San Antonio?
Yeah.
As far as I know, there's only one food bank. If there are more, I don't care which one you go to. You need to do something to benefit people that you don't get paid for.
Okay.
And if you don't get it done, then you lose the deferral on the drug paraphernalia case, and it goes on your record. And I don't think you want that.
Yes, sir.
Next Thursday would be the 25th.
Next Thursday, yeah, it will be the 25th. So 23rd. Okay.
That should give you time, your day off and you can do 6 hours down there easy.
Okay, cool.
Ma'am,
Yes, sir.
I understand it's really a kind of a fun place to work because everybody's there trying to help people that are less fortunate. And do we have your email address, Ms. Vasquez?
I believe so.
Okay. If we will email you another timesheet, although Food Bank will give you a letter to confirm the hours. But we'll go ahead and send you another timesheet so that you can have them fill that out.
I appreciate that, sir.
Okay, Ms. Steenbeck, do we need anything else from Ms. Vasquez?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you for calling in, Ms. Vasquez. You can leave the meeting now.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
You do the same, ma'am. Thank you. Stay safe. Stay warm.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. How many are on the waiting room?
No, that's not him. I'm sorry, I got somebody at the window. We have 5.
Okay. No. I'll take them after I eat lunch. Thank you. You want to shut? Yeah, since she's playing with her squeezy. Hello, who's on the phone? Phone number ending in 058.
Judge Vicky had to step away, did the caller come online?
No,
No.
not yet.
Let's see.
I'm just trying to locate the paperwork since I'm it. Oh, okay, that may be in the judge's box.
Copy call 335 southbound 604 for the van with the trailer. Roadrunners, go ahead and pick it up.
I'm asking them to unmute themselves. Nothing's coming up, Judge.
Okay.
We're gonna put them back in the waiting room, get somebody else?
Yeah, I guess so.
Signed off.
Hello.
Oh, there she is.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you tell me your name?
Hello. Yes, Bonifacia Barrera.
What's the first name, ma'am?
Bonifacia.
Bonifacio.
Bonifa. Yes.
Got it. Barrera.
Barrera. Yes.
Okay. Ms. Barrera, hold on just a minute. I'm working from home. And we need to pull your file information. So if you can just sit tight while our court clerk pulls that information to provide it to me.
Okay, sounds good.
For both of
Okay,
them.
Judge, she had a speeding violation, 39,
Yes.
39 and a 25.
Okay,
Yes.
39-25. Okay.
Is both of them right or not?
All right, Ms. Barrera, I'm going to ask you some questions. Are you going to tell me the truth to the questions I ask you?
Of course.
Okay. Ms. Barrera, you're charged with speeding 39 and 25 miles zone. Do you understand what the charge is?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay, they're saying that you were traveling 39 miles an hour when the posted speed limit was 25 miles an hour. Do you understand that?
Yes. Yeah. He explained to me the between Tupper One and I guess O'Connor on that stretched road there, how it changes the speed limit from getting closer to Tupper Wine than over there. So I actually didn't see the stop sign. It was my first time being out there visiting my son's new home. So
Okay.
just
Well, to that offense, Ms. Barrera, there are 3 pleas you can enter: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Do you understand what those 3 pleas mean?
yes, my son went over it with me on that. Yes.
And to the offense of speeding 39 in a 25 mile zone, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
Is this your first speeding violation?
Yes, sir. And probably over 25 years. Yes, almost 30, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So,
Well, what I can do, Ms. Barrera, you can either pay the fine and it goes on your record, or if you don't want that to happen, I can, and you haven't taken a defensive driving class in the last year, I can approve you for a defensive driving.
actually, I did do the defensive driving thing, and they were supposed to be sending you an e-file or something like that.
Okay, you already did defensive driving for this ticket?
Yes, I did.
Well, we have not received, well, to my knowledge, I'm not in the office. So to my knowledge, we've not received anything, but you needed to first talk to me because we need proof of insurance, we need proof of driver's license, and you needed to pay the court costs of $144. So
Yes, and I've done that too.
you paid the 144?
I paid the court. Yes, I did. I paid that a few months ago.
Okay.
Give me a few minutes, Judge. Let me see if I can get Vicky on here to look for that, okay?
Yeah. We need to get our court
Of course.
administrator on the file, on the phone, Ms. Barrera, so we can check everything out that you're telling me, because I don't have the file here in front of me.
Yes, and I've also, because I was, I'm kind of not so friendly with
gadgets and computers and stuff like that, I personally went down there and paid that. And what's her name? Susan, or I can't remember her name. Anyways, she explained to me what I needed to do with the process and all of that. So I did went and I paid that, and I did write a letter of apology to Judge Phillips as well. So they should have all that on file.
Okay, well, just sit tight a few minutes and let me let our court administrator get back to the computer, because she's the one
Okay.
who's good with gadgets.
Yeah,
I'm not so good with gadgets either.
I hate them. I'm sorry. I find it so frustrating, and I am raising a 9-year-old grandson, and it is the worst when it comes to schoolwork. He's a lot smarter than I am now. I'm like, what do I need to do?
Yep, I understand. I've
So
got a
thank God I have.
granddaughter that
Yeah.
shows me everything to do. And, yeah,
Yeah. These kids, they're naturally born with this gadget stuff in their heads, because I'm like, well, how did you do that? And I've never been taught.
I agree. I'm 70 years old, and computers flew past me. I never saw them coming.
Well, I was showing him when he was pulling up. I think he loves into dinosaurs, and he ran into something. I said, do you know what this is? It's a telephone. And I used to have that growing up. We used to have it in our kitchen by the wall. And he's like, how did you talk to your friends? And I'm like, just the way you're talking on the cell phone right now.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing. I was just laughing at him. I was like, oh my God, these kids don't know what we were, how it was back then. It's the weirdest thing.
Judge,
Yes.
she paid the $144. We did receive the insurance. It shows I did the paperwork, or with the paperwork was done and emailed to her for the DSC with a due date of January 3rd.
Okay. Well, she was just explaining to me that she's not a gadget person. So the email you sent her probably, did you get an email, Ms. Pereira, from the court?
If I did, I wouldn't know, because I am just, like I'm telling you, not a person that does emails and stuff like that. It took me almost a year to try to remember a simple email, like my email, whatever it is, and a password to try to figure out how to do all that.
Okay. So
Sorry,
Vicki,
sir.
what
It
do we
shows
have
she
from
came
her?
in and, I'm sorry.
So we already have the 144.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about court administrator. If you'll hold on, Ms. Pereira. So
Yeah.
I already have the 144.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and she did sign the DSC paperwork. I'm sorry, I've got her signature that we give them the paperwork with the due date and everything. So she came in and we've got her signature on the paperwork.
Okay, so do we have her insurance?
I'm sorry, yes, sir.
Okay, so we've got everything we need except for the certificate, and she's got that with her. Is that right, Ms. Pereira?
They're supposed to be sending it to me on email and send you guys a copy. That's what my son said last night. He's like, you're not supposed to do anything, Mom. They're just supposed to send everything to you. So you just have to just talk to the judge and let them know that you already did the course and that they're supposed to e-file. Yeah, that's what it was. It was an e-file to send you guys a copy of it. And I'm supposed to be getting it in the mail, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, well, usually, Ms. Pereira, they don't do that. They send you the certificate by email, and then you need to get it to us.
Oh
So-
my goodness.
I just checked the e-file, sir. There's nothing there.
Okay, so Ms. Pereira,
And I paid extra for the e-file thing, because if not, I was like, well, they're not probably going to get it on time. It's just electronically do it. if it gets there faster.
Okay, well, we don't have it right now, so,
Okay.
so what you need to do is talk to your son, whoever's helping you with the computer, see if you've received an email with this, with the completion certificate. And you need to get that to us.
Okay. Neat.
Need to get that to us by March the 2nd.
Okay. March 2nd. Well, I guess I'll ask my son if it could be printed out or something. It's probably better if I drop it off because I'm one of those old people that
No, it can be printed. It can be
now that
printed out.
I know you didn't get it, it scares me. Oh, it can be printed. Okay. Okay.
And then you can either
Okay.
bring it to the court, or you can mail it to the court, or you can have your son show you how to email it to the court.
Okay. And is there like you say an email, so I guess I need an email address to send it to you?
It should be on
Just
that
in case
piece of
if he
paper.
asks me about it?
Well, it should be on the piece of paper that you looked at,
Okay.
call in today. Should about
Yes, I
2/3
see it.
down the page, municipal_court.
Okay. Is that a lower dash on there between municipal and court?
It's an underscore.
Underscore. There you go. Sorry. I'm telling
Okay,
you.
make sure we,
Okay, got it.
make sure we have everything by March 2nd.
Okay, by March 2nd. Okay. I will definitely start calling around, finding out what I need to do today, actually, as soon as I get off the phone, because I don't want this to be lingering around any further than it needs to be.
Okay, Ms. Pereira. Well, good luck to you on that, and we'll just look for the certificate, and once we receive the certificate, we'll process the dismissal.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. And by the way, the lady up in the front of your thing, she is amazing. She helped me out a lot along the way because I was actually nervous. She explained things to me very carefully because it was just too much for me. I just didn't know what I needed to do.
Well, I'm
So,
glad she was.
but thank you guys very much.
Okay, Ms. Pereira, you can leave the meeting now and just work on getting that certificate to us.
I sure will. I'll get that to you as soon as possible.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. You stay
Right.
safe, stay warm.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
I just hang up.
Oh, that was nice. I would see I can do some good things
How do we know she was talking about you?
because I remember her.
Oh, okay, Raul Ramirez. Mr. Ramirez, good morning. You're muted, sir. There you go. Mr. Ramirez, can you hear me?
Good morning. Yes, sir. Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir. I'm working from home, as you can probably tell, and so we need to pull your case files so our court administrator can tell me what we're dealing with. So if you can just hang tight with us for 15 seconds, she'll be able to tell me what you have pending.
All right, it is a possession of drug paraphernalia. What else is you're needing on that one?
Is that all Mr. Ramirez has? Okay. Mr. Ramirez, you heard my court administrator talk about the charge which has been filed against you for possession of drug paraphernalia. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to ask you some questions. You're going to tell me that, well, actually raise your right hand for me since I can see you. Solemnly swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Sir, I do.
Okay, thank you. You can put your hand down now. Okay. to that offense, Mr. Ramirez, there are 3 pleas that you can enter: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Do you understand what those 3 pleas mean?
Yes, sir, I do.
And to the offense, possession of drug paraphernalia, how do you plead: guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
I plead no contest, sir.
No contest. Okay, is this your first drug-related offense, Mr. Ramirez?
Outside of possession of marijuana, yes, sir.
I'm sorry, we have bad reception. Can you repeat your answer, please?
Possession of marijuana, yes, sir.
Okay, so you had a prior possession of marijuana?
Yes, sir.
And how long ago was that?
It's been quite a few years.
2 years?
More than so.
More than 2. Could you pass a drug test today?
Possibly could, yes. I don't see why not.
So you're pretty sure you could pass?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What I can do, Mr. Ramirez, since you could pass a drug test today and you've only had the one marijuana case from several years ago, I can consider probating you on the case. It's called deferred disposition. And there's a fee of $375 that goes along with it. If you don't want to do the deferral, then the fine amount is $335. So it's kind of up to you. I'll give you a choice. You can either pay the fine and just be done with it, or if you wish to be placed on deferred disposition, which is a type of probation in municipal court, then you can pay the $375 and be on probation for 6 months, during which time you cannot have any drug or alcohol cases. And then in addition, you have to do 6 hours of community service at any nonprofit or charitable organization. You have 60 days to do that. So it's your choice, Mr.
Okay, now how much would total fine be?
If you just pay the fine,
Yes, sir.
it'd be $335.
Okay, is there a way I could just do that? Because at the moment, I'm still going to court for my other case for a DWI.
Going through court for what case?
The same night I was arrested for the, I had a DWI charge as well, and it's my 3rd charge.
Okay, so you had a DWI, and at that same time they found the drug paraphernalia?
Yes, sir.
Okay, do you have a lawyer on the DWI case?
I do.
Okay.
It's court appointed.
He's court appointed. Have you told him about this drug paraphernalia case?
Yes, sir. He
knows that he just said, go ahead and plead guilty or plead no contest and pay the fine?
No, actually, we've never talked about it completely.
Okay. But you might want to talk to him, Mr. Ramirez, before making a final decision. I can't give you legal advice, but he can. Or if you just want to pay the fine and be done with it, that's up to you.
Okay. So I mean, if we have to speak with him, will we reschedule for another date?
Yes, sir. We would reschedule to March 2nd.
Okay. Let me go ahead and speak with him on that behalf and let me see. But I'm pretty sure, I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and pay the fine.
Okay.
Overall, but I'd rather speak with him first, see what his thought on this.
Okay. Well, I just don't want you to make a choice that's going to be detrimental to you.
That's correct. And I appreciate you, sir.
Okay. Do we have an email address for you, Mr. Ramirez?
I'm not sure if you do, but I do have an email address.
Okay, what you need to do you have that piece of paper that we sent you somewhere in front of you?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, if you look down about 3/4 or 2/3 of the way down that page, there's an email address that reads municipal_court. Yeah, you need to send us an email so that we.
Texas.net.
Yes, sir. You need to send us an email so that we have your email address, and we will send you the reset
Okay.
to March 2nd.
Okay.
So go ahead and send us that email as soon as we get off the phone, and we'll put it in your file, and we'll send you a copy of the reset to March 2nd with another Zoom hearing connection.
Yes, sir, I will.
Okay. Then you can log off now, Mr. Ramirez. Thank you, and stay safe, stay warm.
Yes, sir, you as well.
Okay, thank you, sir.
You
Okay,
got
Vicki,
the
hold on a
snippets.
second. I got to make some notes on that one.
On that, Miss Shepherd,
Yes.
all we have is the second page with Zoom instructions. There's no name on it. So I'm just wondering if Adam Shepherd we had, if that got mailed to her address instead. But the other two documents she submitted belong to Bear County. But this one does not have a name on it.
Okay. All right. You woke me up.
Okay. All righty.
Hold on, I'm not through writing on this, Mr. Ramirez.
Oops.
Oh, we're knocking out a few of them.
Yes, sir, we are.
Hello.
Hello, can you give me your name, please?
Yes, it's Giovanna Jackson.
Giovanna Jackson?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Jackson, this is Ed Phillips. I'm the judge, and I'm working from home also. So our court administrator is going to pull up your file and tell me what we're dealing with, and then we can talk about it, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, we have a speeding case, 38 and a 25.
Is that all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Jackson, did you hear that?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to ask you some questions. You going to tell me the truth?
Yes.
Okay, Jackson, you're charged with speeding 38 and a 25. You understand what the charge is. So to that offense, there are 3 pleas you can enter: guilty, not guilty, and no contest. Do you understand what those 3 pleas mean?
Yes.
And to the offense of speeding 38 miles an hour in a 25-mile zone, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
Okay, the fine and court cost to be assessed is what, Vicki?
199.
Missed it. I was going to say 200. Fine and court cost Ms. Jackson's $199, or if you're eligible and want to do so, you can take a defensive driving class. Try to keep it off of your record. The court costs.
Yeah, that's what I would like to do.
That's what you'd like to do? Have you
Yes, sir.
taken defensive driving in the last year?
No, sir.
Okay. Well, here's what you will need to do then, Ms. Jackson. Court costs of $144 need to be paid. And we also need a copy of your driver's license and proof of insurance. Once we have those three things, we can set you up for defensive driving. Once you are approved, you'll have 90 days to take and complete the defensive driving class and turn in your paperwork, and also obtain a copy of your driving history, which you have to obtain from the Department of Public Safety. You can do everything online. So are you able to pay the $144 today?
I am not.
Okay. When can you get that paid?
Honestly, I might be able to pay it by this weekend.
Okay. Are you working, ma'am?
I'm not. I'm currently unemployed.
Okay.
And so the ticket charge is a total of $190, and the court fee is $144. So if I didn't want to go with the defensive driving, it would be like around $340, or?
No, ma'am. You either pay the ticket, which is $199, in which case it goes on your record, or as an alternative, you pay the $144, and that's all you pay, except you have to pay for the class, defensive driving class, which is $25 to $30, and you have to pay $12 to get your driving history. So all total, it's still less than the $199.
Okay. Okay, no problem. Okay, that was my only question.
Okay, so what you need to do is you need to email us a copy of your driver's license and insurance today.
Okay.
And the email address is there on the sheet of paper that you were looking at to call in. About 2/3 of the way down, it should say municipal_court. Do you see that?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, so you're going to email us a copy of your driver's license and insurance. Then I'm going to give you I'll give you 30 days to pay the $144. Once the $144 is paid, then you'll have 90 days from that date to take and complete the class. You can do everything online. You can take the class online. You can get your driving history online. That's what most people are doing these days.
Okay.
But if you don't pay the $144 on time, then you lose the right to take the defensive driving class, and then you're going to owe the $199. So just make sure that you get it paid. I would not wait until the end of the 30 days if at all possible. If you can pay it this weekend, that's great. If not, you've got 30 days to make that payment. And then from that,
and then how do I?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
I was just going to ask how I go about paying it. Do I have to go up to the court, like the court with a money order, or like how do you guys accept the payment?
Do you have a credit card?
Oh yeah, I have a debit card.
Okay. Vicki, why don't you tell her what she needs to do if she wants to pay it online?
Once we receive the proof of insurance and your DL, we'll get it set up, and you can call us, give us your name, and tell us you're ready to pay for your defensive driving, and then we'll be able to take it from you. But I would not do that today. I'd do it tomorrow.
Yeah, and don't just
Okay.
don't just go on the city website and pay it. Because if you do that, it'll end up going on your record. So you need to make sure that you pay the 144 by calling the court and making the payment through them.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
Got all
Okay,
that?
sounds good. Yes.
So send us an email today with your driver's license and insurance, and you got 30 days to pay the 144.
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay, you stay safe, stay warm, and slow down. Okay,
Thank you. You as well. Bye-bye.
Ms. Jackson, you can leave the meeting. How many are still in the waiting room?
2. We've got this one, and then we have Sleepy.
Oh, now this is one that's been on before, 478, isn't it?
You know what? I think it is 478. Let me look. No, sir. They haven't been on here.
No, okay. 478, where are you?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. Hello.
Can you tell me your name, please?
Victoria Mireles?
Victoria Mireles?
Yes.
And that's Mireles?
Yes.
Mireles, if you can hang on just a second. I'm working from home, and our court clerk is the only one that's there in the court, so she's got to
Okay.
tell me about your cases.
Okay.
What case?
Okay, this is a show cause hearing. She's on deferred. We were supposed to have 60 hours of community service to the court on the 19th of January, and we have not received any hours or contact from the defendant.
She's on deferred and doing 60 hours for
No,
what?
I'm sorry, 6 hours.
Oh, 6 hours.
60 days. Uh-huh.
So I'm going to presume, Ms. Mireles, and first of all, Ms. Mireles, I'm going to ask you some questions. Are you going to tell me the truth?
Yes.
I'm going to presume that this is a deferral for possession of drug paraphernalia case, and you had to do 6 hours. Is that correct?
It was for the public intoxication.
Oh, for public intoxication. Okay.
Yes.
And supposed to do 6 hours.
Yes.
By when, Vicki?
January 19th.
And Ms. Mireles, have you done those hours yet?
I have not.
Why not?
There's a lot of personal stuff, but I guess that's on me. I should have made better time to do it.
Okay, you've got until next Thursday
Okay.
to turn in the 6 hours. If you don't have anywhere to go to do it, you can go to the San Antonio Food Bank. They need a lot of help down there right now.
Okay. Do I have to schedule it, or can I just show up?
I think you can just show up. You might want to call them first. Tell them you need to
Okay.
do 6 hours. And we have your email address, I guess. Well, I know we do.
Yes.
We will send you another timesheet, although the food bank provides their own cover letters.
Okay.
6 hours to do by next Thursday, which would be February 25th.
Okay.
And if you don't do them, and that's up to you, then this will go as a conviction on your record, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Vicky, would you send Ms. Morales another timesheet
Yes, sir.
with a note that or email that says it's due by February 25th?
Yes, sir. Will do.
Okay, Ms. Morales, do you have any questions?
No.
Okay, well, you can log off. Good luck. Stay warm, stay safe.
All right. Thank you. You too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, at least she's awake, I think. Mr. Haller. Mr. Haller. Starting to hurt my eyes.
Not sure what that is.
I can't tell. Yeah, I don't have a clue what that is.
Yeah, I'm not, and I can't ask him to unmute. He doesn't have the red, so I'm not sure if he's just not hearing us.
Mr. Haller. Can you send him a chat? Like some strange space creature. Mr. Haller, is he our last one?
Yes, sir. Mr. Haller. Mr. Haller, you woke up. What are his charges? All right, it looks like it's a show cause, no insurance, speeding, and expired registration.
No show call.
Oh, it looks like you gave him community service hours to do. We have never received any.
How many hours? So they're all convictions and then.
Yes, sir. He's supposed to do 56 hours of community service.
Mr. Haller, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can. Okay, Mr. Haller, I'm going to ask you some questions. Are you going to tell me the truth to the questions I ask you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Haller, we talked earlier, I guess a few months ago, and you said that you were indigent, and I allowed you to do 56 hours of community service to pay the fine amounts on the speeding and insurance and registration violations. How many hours have you done?
I'll be honest, I haven't done any.
Why not?
Like a lot's been going on, and it's my fault. Like I should have tried at least getting it done. The reason why I couldn't pay off is because I was missing hours of work because of a medical condition. Since we've last talked, I've recently lost my job, lost my place to live. Like I've been going through a lot. I found a job and I was going to try to make a payment to you guys, but I got a notice from my ex-girlfriend saying that I had a court. So I had to push off the new start date to the new job because I was supposed to start at the beginning of the month.
So where are you supposed to be working?
I found a job with Steve's Transportation. That's a CDL job based out of Dallas. And it's going to be a month of unpaid training to get my CDL license. After that, I'll be doing about a month and a half, making $500 a week under training under one of their senior drivers. And then after that, I'll be taking my own routes.
Okay, well, it seems to me like you've got plenty of time to do the community service.
Yeah, that's the medical issue of mine. That's why I lost my job. That's why I couldn't even lift 20 pounds and be able to walk that much.
Okay, well, you can do stuff at the San Antonio Food Bank. Just
the food bank, okay.
Packing boxes or doing something, Mr. Haller, and just tell them you need to be on light duty. But I give you 30 days to get it done. But if it's not done, these are going to turn into warrants.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be real hard for you to get a CDL license with warrants outstanding.
Yes, sir. Okay, I'll go to the San Antonio Food Bank.
You know where it is, or you can call and find out where it is.
I could pull it up on Google. How do I turn those hours into you, and how many do I have to do?
You have to do 56.
56 hours. Okay. I'll go ahead and start this upcoming week then.
And those, I understand that those hours go very quickly because everybody's, trying to help people, and people don't really complain about, being there very long. So.
Okay.
Okay, it's 30 days, which would be, say today's only got 28 months, so it'd be March 18th. I think that's right. Assuming that's not a Saturday or Sunday. Nope, March 18th is a Thursday, so you've got till Thursday, March 18th to turn in the hours.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Haller, good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Bye.
Goodbye.
We're
Anybody else
done with
right
the
now?
morning session.
Yeah, I'm sorry, what'd you say?
So we are done with the morning session.
Can you turn off the recording and the YouTube?
Mm-hmm.